Hey, this is Tracy Lewis with Stuff and Things, and welcome to episode 22 of Winter is Coming Wednesday. Today is a focus on Thanksgiving. I worked yesterday on Thanksgiving cards. Today is my final push to get them completed, and I want to share a couple of new designs that I came up with. And one, I have cut pieces for a second of it because I really like it, and I need that extra card. So first I'm going to show you the one that I worked on. I crafted with Libby this weekend, actually on Friday. It wasn't even the weekend, and we had a great time. So the first one is actually pretty simple. This one uses mostly die cuts, and the inspiration pin, I went pretty far away from the inspiration pin. The only thing from the pin is these 8 smallest stitched so sweetly scalloped rectangles, and then from there I changed up everything about the middle and how the sentiment is presented. And next week I will share the one that's closer to the pin. That is a Christmas card. And I also created a birthday card using this these 8 scalloped dies. So this one uses expressions in ink. I thought it had enough fall color to it that I could turn this into a Thanksgiving card, and I own the Word Wishes dies, which has this lovely giant Thanksgiving. So I went ahead and cut it in gold and cinnamon cider. This happy is, you could pick any happy from any of your sentiments. You can even, if there's a happy birthday and you like that happy, just use carefully ink up with Versamark if you're going to do the dry heat or the heat embossing. And then it's just a little piece of cinnamon cider that I cut by hand. I used the brushed metallic dots for the 2 eyes, and then added a couple more for an odd number of 5, and then this beautiful chevron evening evergreen. And this is the textile dry embossing folder with a very small 1/16 border all the way around. So this one is a pretty easy one, and then we did a fun fold, and I really like how this came out. So here is the fun fold, and the only thing on this one that I didn't do right is when I first cut the inside piece, I hadn't decided to go with thin borders, so this ends up being a little fatter than I would like it. But I have some measurements to give you for how to make this card, and actually the card has it's like a double base, I guess I would say, because in here you can write, and I like to leave my inside plain or only put very small decorations on it because I like to write long messages to folks. So the measurements on this one, and I have all the pieces cut. So you take a base of whatever color you want, and then you cut it at 7 1/4. Then you score at 5 1/2, and you fold with the mountain on the inside. And then I am looking for the rest of my cut pieces. Here they are. You have a scrap piece, this long piece left, and we decided to cut ours into 2 1 3/4 by 4 1/4 pieces, and that leaves you a little tiny scrap piece to throw away right here. From there, then you trim down, and I've given you the dimensions. These are a little bit eyeballed because I have a my mini trimmer doesn't go to 1/16, so I probably go a little bit fatter than 1/16, and I chose to do the pattern a little different. I used these willow tree for the first time, and I thought, that's a little bit busy, it's okay. And I'm going to make the second one with the same fall wheat, but the top and bottom section will be this a little more soft pattern. And like I said, I think I cut these a little bit thicker because the edging isn't quite 1/16, it's kind of in between. And I usually do eyeball it, so this one will look something like this. I have my Sparkle of the Season wreath. I have the 2 pumpkins. The trim here is actually the gold shimmer, and I colored it with soft suede dark blends. And how I did the inside white, I trimmed it down to 4 1/16 wide, and then left it full length. I scored it in the middle, folded it, and then trimmed off 1/16 off the front and the back. That was the safest way that I could ensure that my score was in the right place. So this one will have a smaller border. It will also have the thin wheat that is hidden behind the thicker wheat, that when you open it up, and it'll have the thankful for you. So that is the nuts and bolts of this particular card. I didn't want to go through making it with you because I want to actually get to showing you my envelopes. So from here, I have my cards ready to go. I had to do a little bit of work on some of them. A few of them I hadn't put on bases yet, but they are now all on bases. I have this one all cut out that I showed you to put together. And then I got my Stamparatus out. And I have just want to do one little bit here. So my Stamparatus that I have put together for doing my envelopes this is my mock-up, so it has some smudges on it where I was doing placement. So I keep the dotted lines. This is from a stamp set 2 years ago called Ornamental Envelopes, and this stays permanently. I have a tendency to not write straight lines, and I love writing in straight lines. I'm not very good at it, so I cheat. Oops, and then this thankful for you. Alright, so here's my lines. It's always ready to go. I pop it into the spot. I made 2 little tick lines. I have somewhere a piece of paper that has an outline. You've probably seen it before on my other videos. Before today, I just did 2 little tick marks of where I placed my envelope, so I can close and get the address where I want it. Then I chose to do a return address stamp, which I got from rubberstamps.com. It is a photopolymer. I have little leaves, the thankful for you, which just popped off, but I actually need it anyway, so it's okay that it popped off. Just goes right there. And then I decided to do swirls in this corner just for fun. And last but not least, on the envelopes, I want to show you, I prefer to use actual stamps on all of my postage that I do. I don't ever go in and have them add their barcode sticker as the postage. And for Thanksgiving, I bought, and I found them. I bought some special foil stamps that say thank you. I think I bought these in North Carolina, but you should be able to, if you want to, you can buy them online. And for me, I use the non-machinable. That's a forever stamp. And so My non-machinable for Lumpy Bumpy is going to be either the Uncle Sam hat, which I have like 3 sets of, but I think I might use the bunnies. I bought the bunnies because they're very cute, and it says additional ounce, but it also works as a non-machinable, and I believe right now these are 20 cents. So altogether, this is what my envelope will look like. I will handwrite the message, or the address. I will use these thank you stamps and the bunnies, and that will finish off my Thanksgiving cards for 2021. I also want to thank my subscribers. This last month I was getting very close, about a month ago, to 3,000, and my average new, I don't usually do any push advertising at all on my subscriber level. I just have let it grow naturally. And this last month, for whatever reason, I did get over 93 subscribers, and I'm up to 3,011 subscribers, and I really appreciate the support. The money I make from doing these videos helps me to buy more supplies, and I have found that I have been able to slowly increase the amount of supplies that I can afford to do videos with, which is really fun. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I so appreciate all of the new subscriptions I am seeing. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them on this video, and I will have the supplies list over on my blog. And thanks for watching.